I'm Andy Dion, and you're watching.
Watch your profanity.
That's my butt. Right there's my butt. Show me your butt.
Oh.
Show me your moon.
Show me your dick.
Analog
no.
is coming in the mail. You're getting one, Analog.
Oh.
You didn't get one yet. That's why I wanted your address. You're
Great.
gonna get one of these with some pics in it. Because I know you want one.
I got a bunch of pics in mind.
Don't show the front.
But never again.
Say, Tommy, what'd you say there, TK?
I said I got a bunch of pics in mind. Hello, everybody. They just don't know that we just hit the live button. Sorry.
What's up, chat? It's good to see all you guys.
Gotcha.
Good evening. Oh.
Good evening. How's everybody doing?
How
We
the
are
devil are you?
superb.
All right.
Nice to see everybody.
Hey.
Sandra, how you doing?
I'm great. It's a great night to be streaming.
It is. It is. Hello, Tom. What's happening, brother?
Not much.
Everything good your way, dude?
As good as can be expected.
Are those
Nice.
bats behind you?
Yeah, it's my leftover
That's cool.
Halloween background.
No, leave the bats, man.
Yeah, man.
Nice.
That's
Stay
cool.
spooky.
It is. It is November 20th,
Can't believe it.
Saturday night. Show
Holy
me
crap.
your pic.
SATURDAY.
Night.
Yep.
Bay City Rollers.
Thank you.
The Bay City Rollers.
Yeah.
Yeah. We are going to be talking about the Black Crows.
Yes,
tonight.
not the Bay City Rollers tonight. We're talking about the Black Crows.
Black Crows,
She talks to Angel.
man. Oh man, Analog. Tell the chat how many times you've
Says
seen
they
the
call
Black
her by
Crows,
her
brother.
name.
A little over 50.
Mm.
Damn.
Oh.
But most of those in the
Yeah.
90s.
Oh man.
I haven't even seen 50 shows in my life, I don't think.
Dude,
Those are some serious
that's
numbers, brother.
impressive. Yes.
That is not, yeah, very
I
impressive.
lived a sheltered life.
But it sounds more than it is because when they come to this area, they play a lot of shows. I mean, you don't have to drive very far to see them 6 or 7 times on a tour.
What kind of
Within
venues?
3 hours.
What kind
They
of
play
venues are you
all
talking
around.
about? Like smaller venues, or would it?
Yeah,
all
yeah,
be-
they're like a theater band, club band. They don't play. I mean, this summer I saw them at Great Woods, but that's rare. They usually don't play that size.
Well, when you saw them
Hi,
back in the '90s, they were pretty. That was.
They're playing theaters and
Yeah, I
clubs.
got you. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. That's
2,000 seaters, you know. And in Boston, they'll play 3 nights here, and then they'll play 2 in New Hampshire, and they'll play one or two in Connecticut, 1 in Albany, 1 in Portland, Maine. So within a radius of 3 hours, you can see
you
them
can see
6 or
them.
7
Wow.
times
Wow.
very easily.
Wow.
They play this area really heavy.
But
That
2,
is
3
so
grand, you know, that's a fair amount of people. That's a good
Yeah.
crowd.
Yeah, I mean, this summer they played Great
We played
Woods.
the VFW with like 2 people at the bar.
But
So.
that's because it was a reunion tour. They're normally not a shed band.
Welcome to the VFW.
Yeah, you know, it is what the
Yeah.
fuck.
So let's welcome these fine guys and gals. Christopher Live Sour,
Christopher, what's up, brother?
Dan of New Jersey,
Hey, Dan.
Dan,
Keith Campbell,
Keith.
always a pleasure. Keith H.
What's up,
Diane.
Keith?
That's
Hey,
Dwight
buddy.
Bailey.
The
The
Hitman.
Hitman cranking out the songs every
Hey,
day.
Dwight.
Check Dwight's YouTube channel out.
Yeah.
Man. He rocks.
He had a I forget the Jade Star interview. So make sure you check out that channel too. Dwight, if I'm
Yes.
fucking that up, put it in the chat for me. But I
saw
believe it
that.
was
Was that the
Yeah.
interview that Dwight did on the 16th of November?
apps on iOS. Jade Star, yeah, with interview with Dwight. Yeah, check it
I
out.
missed it. I'm going to have to jump back and see it. I
Yeah.
saw the notification for it, and I said, what is this? So I missed it, Dwight. I'm sorry, brother.
It
But
was
I'll
a
catch up,
part
man.
1 and a part 2.
Thomas Santiago.
Very cool.
Thomas.
Thomas, what's up, bro?
All right, scrolling up. Tim Thomas, good to see you,
Tim.
sir.
Good to see you, brother.
Come on.
TT.
Always.
I call him
Um,
TT.
Yeah. All right. So before we get lost in the shuffle,
Uh-huh.
we got a new thing that we're going to start doing tonight for a few weeks while supplies last.
Really? I wonder what it could be.
Let's see.
What could it be? Oh.
Q trivia.
Excellent.
Q trivia.
Excellent.
Q trivia.
All questions about Q-tips. Just kidding.
And if you can't read between those lines, stick around until after. We'll do our first trivia first. It'll be something about the Black Crows.
Right.
And
Regular show trivia, but then
we'll
Uh-huh.
do that afterwards toward the end. Yeah. So that'll
Quentin's
be fun.
ears are burning now. He'll be in the chat in like 3 seconds with his "Hey kids." Yep.
Yeah.
Love
Maybe,
it.
So
possibly. If he's not lurking, he's probably lurking.
Good to be.
Quentin, right there, brother.
yeah.
What's up, Quentin?
So it looks like the Crows are going to be doing 2 shows in
Nice.
22 early, and then they're going to Europe
Oh,
like
wow.
later
Yeah.
on.
Right.
So couple shows early in the year, and then towards the end of the year, UK, Ireland, Belgium, Netherlands. So that's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Where are the
plan.
shows in America? In New York City?
No. The first one's January 15th to 22 in Santa Rosa Beach, Florida.
Mm.
And then May 1st in Indio, California, Stagecoach Festival.
Mm.
So they're both festivals. The
Festival.
first one, Brothers of a Feather Festival, and then Stagecoach Festival. So
How many shows are they doing in the U.S.?
just 2.
Really?
That's it.
They did a whole summer tour this summer, though.
Yeah.
You're
So
welcome to it.
They did 45 in America this summer in the sheds.
With
Wow.
Dirty
Honey, yeah.
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 I went.
I remember now.
Yeah. So this must be the European leg.
Right. The European leg was supposed to be in the fall, but
Yeah.
because of COVID, it got moved. It
But
was
they're
supposed
gonna
to follow the U.S. tour. It was
and
supposed
they
to be
are
now.
gonna. They're gonna play "Shake Your Moneymaker" in its entirety. Did that?
Yeah, they do the whole
summer?
album, and then they
Plus-
do a mixed bag of stuff
Right.
at the end.
So
Right.
After
Right.
that's cool. Cool. So they're
Yes.
continuing
Cool.
that. Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Excellent. That's excellent. You guys.
They had
Um,
a few name changes too, huh? Or a few different names before they settle on the Black Crows.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
at
were
first.
Mr. Crow's Garden at one
Mhm.
point.
And they were.
I've seen them perform as Mr. Crow's Garden a couple times.
Yep, they're Heartless Crows, Stone Mountain Crows, and then finally the Black Crows.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot of
Um,
crows.
A lot of crows.
A lot of crows.
Let's go ahead and show the kids what we're going to be giving away.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
This is cool.
How about
It's nice. Yeah.
Way cool.
Cool. That is cool.
Look at that. There you go.
Rich
Very nice.
Rich Robinson.
Nice.
Whoa, it's true.
Nice pick.
Yeah. So
I just want to shout out the Black Crows for advocating for legalization of marijuana.
Uh-huh.
let me go ahead
Legalize
and
it.
show you.
Yeah,
else
they used to do that in the very early 90s. They finally got their way.
What else you got there, Tony? You got a lot of stuff I hear.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, there's new
T-Bone.
stuff going on.
That was
Fancy.
T-Cake's name in high school. That was his nickname, T-Bone.
This is the dude who played the bass for Hall & Oates.
making my dreams come true.
Yeah. So let's see what else is here.
What you got?
Dirty honey. That's cool. I like that.
You make my dreams
Oh,
At least you know who it is, right?
I think you do.
Yeah.
But if you
Is that-
don't read
I
that
think
out
that's-
loud, or
I think that's the Godfather font, isn't it? It looks
Let's
like
see
the
what
Godfather
else.
font.
Mm,
Old
Oh,
Oreo.
that's a great pick right there, dude.
I've seen Oreo.
I remember when I was like 12 and I thought it
I've
was
seen
Rio
Oreo too,
Speedwagon.
I've seen him twice.
Albert Lee.
Nice.
did you
This
see
is
him?
courtesy of Holly Lewis. Thank
Oh,
you,
nice.
ma'am.
Oh, very nice.
Did you see him when he had the pink jumpsuit, Sandra? Kevin Cronin? No.
No, I did not.
Ooh, plasmatics, nice.
Yeah, this is a really rare one.
Yeah.
That is a great pick right there,
I
man.
have one other of these.
Yeah,
This actually appears in this show's intro.
it does. Yes, it does.
Cool.
Rest in peace, Wendy O. Williams.
Yeah.
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 And West Beach.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes.
All right. I got a couple of more
Frampton.
new
Nice.
ones here. Yeah.
Dang.
Nice, man. That's
Dang.
Let's
Cake's
see
got all
what
the
else
swag,
here.
man.
And this is courtesy of Holly Lewis.
Very cool.
This
Holly's
is an
awesome.
ancient
Very
Skinner
nice.
pick that she got at a show. And
Very
thank
nice,
you
Holly.
for that.
Very thoughtful.
The Foos. I want to see the Foos. I heard they're a
So
good
last
show.
week
So do
on
I.
the show,
So do I, Brendan.
you mentioned B that when I
You hear my
showed a
wife
couple
laughing?
of-
I'm sorry.
Yes.
She's upstairs watching a movie. Sorry. there, JK.
I thought it was like a TV show or something at first.
Say again, Tony. No.
You mentioned that I didn't have any from
Are those Greg Collin picks?
Pat Smear.
Right. And you do, huh? Is that one? There you go.
Tony, are
Turn
any
into
of
Def
the,
Leppard funk.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
Def Leppard fan.
Go
are
ahead,
any
John.
of those Greg Collins picks at all?
Let me see.
She's really enjoying that movie.
I don't think so. One or two could be. Hang on a second. I got a couple of more things here.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
I'm
Wow.
gonna go back.
Hey, Guitar
to-
Man 45 is popping in.
Let me
What's going
go
on, bro?
back to the other
Thanks for joining
view,
us.
and I'll show you something here. All right. So check
She's dying.
this out.
It's great. What is she
Alright.
watching? I want
Yeah,
to
I'm
know.
dying to know that too.
Red Notice. The movie
All right.
Red
I
Notice.
wanna write this shit down.
Oh, I know that movie.
Nice, Tony.
Oh, dude, that's awesome, dude.
Oh, fucking hell, off drums.
Stephen Sweet.
Cherry pie.
Yeah, and this is stage play.
Has
Very
Dwayne Johnson in it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
And
saw
Ryan
that.
Reynolds and Gal Gadot.
Yeah, I watched like 80% of it and then I fell asleep.
Wow,
Yeah.
Charlie Watts. Nice.
Charlie.
Dude.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
Oh, rest in peace.
I
Charlie.
missed like the
Vic
last
Firth.
20 minutes. I fell asleep.
Yeah.
Dude liked suits and classic cars, man.
Oh, check that
Oh,
out.
cool.
Who's?
Check
Wait,
it
I
out.
Crazy
I
DLR.
didn't see
number.
it. I don't have my
Yeah,
glasses
crazy
on.
neat. There you
It's a
go.
DLR.
Oh, okay.
It's a dive Rolls.
Hey,
Man, I love it.
very nice.
Absolutely love
Rolls
it. too.
character.
Very nice.
So, and also I want to give out a
Excuse me.
special shout out to Ike at Flipside
Ike.
Music for
Oh, cool.
the
Super cool, man.
Oh,
brim going
Very nice.
on.
Love the
And
hat.
Ike,
so
Love
Did you
it.
get some hot sauce? Some hot
Yeah, dude.
sauce?
I don't know if there's a link in the description or not, but
Hot sauce.
Yeah,
It's
Find
actually
out
good
and
hot
find.
sauce too. I finished mine.
and he sent
Just drink it right out of the bottle, Tom.
I was gonna, but
sent
no,
one
actually I
of
put it on
these.
food.
Wow.
Hey, that's a
Cool.
nice sticker,
Yeah,
bro.
he always puts a bunch of swag in.
Yeah,
there.
they got a they have a
Nice.
cool website and a cool
Ike
store.
and Dylan, they know how to hook it up, man.
They do. Look at that.
I wish I was
Flipside,
local
man.
to
Yes,
them
a nice
because I
sticker.
would be.
Great American Guitar.
Nice.
If I was
Stickers
local
are
to them,
great.
I'd be going in there all the time because they have a massive amount of used stuff too. Like their
Yeah.
used pedals section on their website's like
Actually,
a couple
I-
pages long,
I looked at their. I wanted to buy a pedal from them. I got to look and see if it's still there.
and they're really reasonable. They don't mark
They
up,
are.
you know, like
Yeah.
you know, obviously they got to make a little profit to stay open,
Right.
but they're not
Sure.
jacking them up a bunch at
No.
all.
No, they're not.
They did have one thing I really wanted, but then Ike decided he was going to not sell it, which I understand, which was an original Univibe, you know, a honey Univibe,
Oh wow, yeah, wow.
which
that's
are, you know, in
That was
the
cool stuff. Tony.
$3,500 to $4,000 range now.
Yeah.
And they were
Yeah.
like, no,
Yeah, if
we're
you
going
ever-
to keep it. And I was like, I
if you
get
ever
it. I
watch,
understand.
If you ever watch like JHS pedal show,
Oh, he has like
lo-
everything.
he loves the Univibe. So
That's my favorite effect, Univibe.
yeah.
I have a bunch of them. Like yeah,
Oh,
spent way too much money on that effect. I don't have
what,
an original though, but
what got everybody into Black Crows? What was everybody's first experience with them?
Hard to handle, dude.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
hearing that.
Hard to handle now.
Yeah.
Ding.
They're killer. They're so
Yeah,
killer.
man. That's
like-
the
I like,
first thing that came on my radar with them.
It is. I like Jealous Again. That's a good tune too. I mean, they're all good tunes.
Yeah.
Remedy. Yeah.
My cousins
Yep.
lived in
Talks to
Atlanta
Angels.
when that just before that, you know, Hard Handled like was like every freaking radio station in the country. Just like a couple months before that, my cousins lived in Atlanta, and I guess my cousin turned my sister onto it, and then I kind of heard from there. But
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize this, but their demos were done in Carborough, which is probably 20 minutes south.
Yeah, it sure is close to you. It
Cool.
sure is. She Talks to Angels is a perfect song. I mean, it's absolute.
Steve Gronbach studio
That's right.
there.
well, we were kind of talking before off the air, and like for me, it was like what I forget who said it when he.
I'm sure
guys
it's
said it,
not
but,
there anymore, B.
Probably not.
there was a lot of just crap I didn't want to listen to at the time, and when they came out, so it was good to hear something that was refreshing and different.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
know?
I dug it.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I dug
Yeah, it
the
was
whole
definitely
album.
different. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
definitely different.
More kind of earthy, rootsy, kind of bluesy vibe to it.
Yeah, yeah.
I like rock that has a Hammond B3 organ in the background.
Yeah.
Not for everything, but when it works, it really works well. You know?
Yeah.
All right.
Analog Kid, you've seen this band over 50 times. Man, that is unbelievable.
And you said they do a different
That's
set every
fantastic.
time.
Yeah, because back when I was into them, my favorite era of them was 92 through 96. Between those years, they were my favorite band. When they came to this area, if you drove within 4 hours, you could hit at least 7 shows. And every single show was different. They always do a different set list every night.
Were they headlining when you saw them?
So
or were they
unlike
opening?
Rush, my favorite band, they're like a programmed robot. If you see 14 shows on the same tour, you see the same show every night. The only thing that's different is the city's name. Whereas the Black Crows was the exact opposite. You had no idea what they were going to play that night.
That's
That's cool though.
But they
Yeah, I
also
kinda like
lost a
that.
lot of their audience that way because a lot of the
Yeah.
audience would come to hear the radio hits. They wouldn't play those songs.
Right.
It's
Oh,
like it's like
really?
And they
Hendrix.
would play a lot of deep cuts and a
That
lot
would
of
kind of
covers.
irritate me a little
a lot
bit.
of
Even if I was a big
jams.
fan, I'd still want to
Yeah.
hear the deep cuts.
But I was
Yeah.
such a sicko fan. Me and my friends, we knew everything in their repertoire. You know, if they popped out a new song that night, it's like, okay, that's in the set list. They were constantly working out new material during their sound checks and debuting it on stage. You know,
That's
they had a lot of
exciting.
balls. They were very much like the Grateful Dead, but much harder.
Nice.
See that kind of excitement, like to me, I'm
So
willing.
you
to
never
have
knew
them-
what they were going to play,
Yeah.
and they never repeat themselves.
Now,
I'm gonna.
is
I'm
there
gonna sneak
any
off
song
into
by
the
them you never saw them play live?
Look out, chat.
Guys
Here
and
she
gals
goes.
in
No,
the
back
chat.
in that day, I pretty
Oh,
much
she's
saw
back.
their whole
Oh, there
repertoire.
she goes.
Except
Make room. Here she comes. Here she comes.
Look out.
You saw their whole repertoire. That's cool.
with a few exceptions, Ben Tom. There were a few like on bootleg cassettes where there'd be, say on the '96 tour, there might have been 4 or 5 songs I never got to see, just because they didn't play them when I was at the shows that I was at.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, that's gonna happen.
But I saw a lot. I saw her a lot, and I knew a lot of their repertoire.
That's cool.
But it was cool when they pulled something out and you didn't know what it was. That always
Right.
would happen. Every night you'd be surprised.
Did you see
The
him
problem is the
headlining?
general public, they kind of committed a career suicide by doing
Yeah.
that.
Well, that's
Oh.
what Hendrix did. Yeah, have you ever watched some of the old Hendrix live tapes from like, I think he's in Sweden? There's people in the crowd booing and saying stuff in Swedish, like basically like "screw you, you're an asshole," like
Yeah.
because he's not playing the song they want to hear. They want to hear the radio song, and he just picked like some random tune he wanted to do. I think he did like "Hear My Train a Comin'," like the electric version.
Right.
And they're like, "What are you doing? No, we want to hear like Axis Bold as Love, or we want to hear like Little Wing, or or like Fire, or like a radio song."
Yeah.
There was a show that they were doing in Rhode Island that was heavily promoted by the radio station there. And back then they had at least 5 or 6 radio hits.
Oh,
And they
yeah.
purposely didn't play any of them that night.
Wow.
And they played really, really rare shit. Like they were playing
Wow.
stuff that like they were only going to play once on the tour. It was an
That's awesome.
amazing show, but not to the average viewer.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I love him.
He would do it on purpose too. Chris Robinson, was very calculated.
Well,
He knew what he
same
was
way,
doing.
That I don't know if you've seen them recently, but like Mike Patton, Mr. Bungle has Scotty Ian from Anthrax playing with them now, and like they want to do a Van Halen tribute. I was so happy they did "Loss of Control." They did the voices like in harmony and everything, like "Lost Control, Lost Control."
That's a cool tune.
Like that part,
Wow.
it was
Wow.
spot on. So to your point, I love when bands do that. Like we're gonna do what we want and what like a real super fan would want to hear.
Right. And I was
That's
the super
cool.
fan. So they were playing to my little group.
Yeah.
But when I read the book, Steve Gorman wrote a book about 2 years ago that discussed it from the other side, which I hadn't really considered.
Mhm.
And, to the record company, they were like, you're committing career suicide.
Yeah.
You've only had 2 records. You can't just go out and do whatever the fuck you want to do. You're not in that position to do that. But that's exactly what they did. And that's why they weren't as big as they were, because people would come to their shows in a 2,000-seater, sold out, and they want to hear at least 4 radio hits, and they're lucky if they even get one, because Chris Robinson was anti that. He was against, if they had a hit, it was like, all right, then we're not going to play it.
Yeah,
You know what I
that
mean?
would have upset me as a fan. I'd have been pissed.
They wouldn't play them.
Yeah, I'd have been.
And they kept getting deeper and deeper into B-sides, covers, unreleased songs. They were going down this deep, deep rabbit hole that the fans, the really hardcore fans, were loving. But you got to remember that's a small percentage of the fan base that's coming to see them.
Yeah.
Your
Did they
average
talk
Joe is
about
coming
this
to
at
your.
all?
What's that?
Did they talk about this?
It's very much talked about in Steve Gorman's book. I mean, he was along for the ride. He was just the drummer. He didn't get to make the decision on the set list. Chris Robinson wrote the set list.
I mean, you as a fan going and watching every single show and
I loved
picking
him.
up on this.
I loved them.
I know.
I thought they were
but-
amazing.
But you picking up on this.
I'm only picking up on it now, 20 years after the fact. I was so happy to be a kid buying a $30 ticket and getting to see a band that was going totally for it every night with no rules.
Mhm.
Being a kid of the 90s, that was very exciting to me.
But
Yeah.
but when did it occur that they changed their set list every night?
By the second tour, after Shake Your Moneymaker, on the next tour, High as the Moon, which was the Southern Harmony musical companion, they started playing songs off that album, which was a hit record, and songs off Shake Your Moneymaker that were a hit album. But they were also writing songs as they were going, and they were debuting them live on stage and playing lots of cover songs. Then by the third album, Amorica, that's when it went way off the rails. And then by the fourth album, Three Snakes in One Charm, they were completely the Grateful Dead. They had Chris Robinson and the Crows opened for the Crows, opened for the Dead in 1995 in Tampa, and that changed his life. From that point on, he goes, we are going to do absolutely everything that they do.
Oh, boy.
We're going to change the set list every night. We're going to sell our tickets directly to our fans. We're going to allow taping. We're not going to play any radio songs, and we're not going to play the corporate bullshit. We're going to create our own subculture, and those people are going to follow us. And that's exactly what happened. It was on a much smaller scale. The Grateful Dead were playing stadiums. The Crows were playing theaters, but it was the same deal.
They might have.
It was a complete copy of the Grateful Dead model.
Did that have something to do with the tension between him and his brother?
I guess Rich was kind of along for the ride. The drummer said that no one really ever got in Chris's face and told him not to do this.
You know,
he was kind of the leader of the band, and they went along.
Didn't he kind of run the ship?
Right. He ran the band. He was the leader, and nobody challenged him on it.
One of the only negative things that I ever remember.
Yeah, they hate each other. Yeah.
Reading, and it was in. I can't remember if it was in Rolling. I think it was.
But Rich doesn't stand up to Chris. Chris runs the band, and the drummer said that nobody challenged him and said, "Hey, maybe we shouldn't be doing it this way."
I think his brother actually did. It's in Rolling Stone. That's where I read it. I just remembered. Chris spent over $200,000 in the recording studio. He just lived there.
Yeah, for the album they never released.
More,
an album they never released. It's
and
called
that was sort of a straw that broke the camel's back in the relationship between him and his brother. But yeah, that's really the most negative thing.
The brothers did travel. There was a breakdown on that tour. The brothers traveled in separate buses. So Rich and Chris did not travel on the same bus. Rich had his own bus. Yeah. Rich didn't travel with the band. Wow. Like one time they stranded him. They left him in a city.
Didn't they tour the Oasis like brotherly love tour?
Yeah.
Like what brothers that hate each other. Let's go on tour,
Oh, and don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking the band and the negative of it. I love it. This is rock and roll, man.
No, they're an unusual band, but Chris Robinson kind of put them into, kind of committed. He wanted to do things his way, but it didn't really pan out. It kind of crashed and burned at the end. But being a fan, I'm just there buying a ticket and enjoying the music. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes.
Right.
I'm reading a book 20 years after the fact. But now hearing it from Gorman's perspective, I guess from an industry perspective, and I did work in the industry at the time, I guess they kind of were committing commercial suicide, but Chris didn't really care about that.
Wow.
He wanted to do things his way.
That had to really upset the other band members, though,
They didn't want to really be a jukebox, though. You know what I mean? He didn't want to just go out and play songs that people want to hear. That wasn't really his deal.
Yeah.
So it hurt them.
It's funny, these kind of breaks don't come to everyone. And sitting back and looking at it kind of after the fact, I'm just making an observation. It just seems like they had an opportunity to make some money and have more of a commercial fame, and to do the opposite sounds a little crazy to me. It's all rock and roll, though. I'm not knocking it. It's hard to hear that as a fan and go, God, you had this opportunity that not too many, a lot of people would just, give their life for. And
it sounds like they fixed it.
And he does an opposite on them.
He was obsessed with the Dead, and he wanted to be just like them. He wanted to kind of build their own scene.
Yeah. Charles, and I understand that, man. I get it.
I understand, and I agree 100% with you. And it's only recently in my life that I've come to just realize, as much as that's what I want for that person, for that artist, their journey's not what I want it to be, or what any fan wants it to be. So as much as I agree with you, I hate it. I'm like, oh, why can't I just get what I want? I'm thinking to myself lately, for that artist, they must sit there and go, you know what? At a certain point, all this pressure from the record label, from everything, I'm just going to do what I want. Full stop. You know what I mean? They've heard so much crap from all these input sources that this is just my guess because obviously I've never been there, but they must just be at a point where they're like, you know what? Screw it. I'm doing what I want. Like
That's exactly it, Ben. Tom.
it
That's
doesn't
exactly
seem like
it.
they don't
Well,
seem
yeah,
like
you
they
get-
start out that way. Like no
No.
one starts out jaded, but I think
Get
you
to a
probably get to a
point.
point where like, you know what? I've had all the money, I've had all the access, I've had access to all these, whatever, the industry gives you, and I just want to make music and do what I want. You know what I mean?
Right. But
But
He
They had
married,
the, they
he
had the
married Kate
luxury.
Hudson, didn't he?
They had the luxury that their first 2 records were smash hits.
they made a
Yeah.
lot of money.
So they
on
made
those,
a
yeah.
lot of money.
Yeah.
Back
And
when you
so,
still
so
made
the
some
record
money,
company
yeah.
was depending on them that they kind of know what they're doing. Right? It's
Yeah.
what they started doing after that. They started writing non-commercial records and they weren't selling, but their concerts were packed. Everybody was going to see them live, but they weren't selling a lot of records because by the 3rd record, Chris Robinson was like, I'm going to do it my way.
yeah.
Was Amorica the one that has like the big bush on the front?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
That's a
I
great
remember
album.
that.
But it wasn't a
Yeah, I
commercial
liked
success.
it, but a lot of my friends hated it.
Right, it wasn't a commercial success. There were no hits.
Horrible commercially, yeah.
Tea cake. Don't you have a Black Rose story?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, you.
Black Crows.
I think you have a story, don't you?
I do have a story, actually. I do have a Black Crow story.
I want to hear it.
I've only seen the Black Crows once, but it was right after they came out. They were the opening act for ZZ Top.
Mm-hmm.
We used to work shows here locally, and they played in the Dean Dome in Chapel Hill. All right, so this was 1990, 91. But, dude, in those days, everybody had a camcorder. Okay, that all that stuff had happened, and everybody marched out and bought camcorders. So we took our camcorders everywhere, and we would take the camcorder to shows that we worked. Okay, so but in there on VHS tape, is 3 or 4 or 5 or 8 minutes of me and my friend and another dude and Chris Robinson and Johnny Colt and one of their guys. The third guy on our team was another local guy, but we played parking lot football
Oh, nice.
and got it on VHS tape.
That is so badass.
That's cool.
But I
That is
hadn't
so
done
badass.
anything with the VHS tapes.
That's awesome, man.
Excellent, man. Excellent.
But that was, yeah. So then after that, we noticed that Chris Robinson and his handler, they had walked up a hill in the parking lot in Chapel Hill and just sat up there in the grass and and stayed a while and walked back, and this
Nice.
was in the late afternoon.
Excellent.
Excellent. Yeah.
Excellent story, Tony.
But yeah,
That
but
is cool.
we watched the show from behind. Chris Robinson went on stage, no shoes, no socks,
Cool.
and
Cool.
rocked it. But they
Hey, shout out to Lenny, Lou, and Mary. How you guys doing? We love you.
ladies.
That's cool.
Hey, Ben Combs. How you doing, bro?
Does he always not wear shoes and socks?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Kid?
he usually doesn't wear shoes on stage.
Yeah.
There was an old bootleg that was kind of funny. It was from Birmingham, Alabama in '95. We used to collect the whole tour. You know, when we would see all the shows, we would collect all the shows on cassette.
Sure.
And in the middle of the show, because they're their audience taped, you can hear this guy makes the discovery that Chris doesn't have shoes on, and he says it like this. He goes, "That dude ain't got no shoes on. Hey, look, that dude ain't got no shoes."
That's funny.
So good.
Did you get the or did they release it, the reissue of Shake Your Moneymaker with that previously unheard song?
Yeah, the box set, I didn't get it. No.
Yeah, Charming Mess was the name of the song. I guess that's part of it. They released it in January, so
yeah, it was to promote this this reunion tour.
Right, the upcoming tour. Yep.
Yeah,
that's cool.
So, kid, if you've seen the Black Crows that many times, have you met these guys at all?
Bunch of times. Yep.
Really?
Yep. Bunch of times. Yep. Yep.
How'd that go? Tell us about that.
I mean, I never had a really great conversation with Chris Robinson. One time, I remember I was showing him a picture that I usually get a picture with them, and my motto with every artist was I would get a picture with them on one tour, and the next tour when they would come back, I would get the picture signed, and I would just keep doing that over and over. I got books of these. I got books filled with this shit. Nice. And when he was looking at the picture, he goes, "Where was that taken?" And I said, "Wherever," And he goes, "That just goes to show you never take a picture when you're drunk." He goes, "That boy is drunk."
That's great, bro.
Stuff like that.
Funny.
Nice.
That's cool.
Well, I probably shouldn't say this on the air, but one time I was very shocked when I was meeting Mark. It was their guitar player who I worshipped.
Mark Ford's awesome.
Yeah, and I was getting a picture of me and Mark signed. And as he's signing it, he goes, "Do you have any Coke?" I was like horrified because he's like my favorite guitar player at the moment. And I'm like, dude, no. Do I look like I do?
Yeah, you do, Brett. I'm kidding.
I had a weird experience like that once.
I probably shouldn't have said that. But
in my late
I remember
teens,
I was horrified.
I had a weird experience
Mark
like that with a teacher once in my late teens, and it was shocking. I'll just leave it at that.
I was shocked. He was a major addict, obviously.
Oh,
great guitar player.
Rock and roll, baby.
Yeah. Mark Ford was amazing.
He was my favorite guitar player.
That band that they had, it's a certain period I love of theirs, 92 to 96. It was that band, that particular lineup. The band that I was following that was playing every night, that was doing the different set lists. Once that band disbanded, it was never the same again.
Was that when they were playing like Les Pauls and SGs during that period?
Yeah. That's what Mark Ford played. He played a gold top Les Paul with a
That is my favorite period too. I didn't know that was that
92
period.
to 96 is the best Black Crows.
His sound and his feel during that period.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Oh man,
he's so underrated. No one even knows his name.
Well, he's understated, and he's not like the kind of person who's a braggart. So I don't think he cares to be famous. So I think it's why a lot of people don't know him. But
yeah, he plays for the song.
Amazing player.
He plays for the song, and he was the leader of all the jams.
Yeah,
Rich Robinson.
He does a ton of singing too. He's a great singer too.
Yeah,
Mark Ford.
So back then it was basically the Mark and Chris show. The band that I was following was Robinson was on every night, and Mark Ford was the guy that was making it all happen.
Robinson was. I don't know if he still does, but he was doing a lot of playing then. I mean, as well as doing the majority or all the singing, he was doing a lot of guitar playing as well. I mean, he wasn't just singing by any means. I was impressed. Hashtag got Coke. Nope.
Hey, kid. You got any Coke?
I was horrified. But it makes a good story.
Yeah, that's a good story.
Yeah, well,
I think it's the only rock star I've ever met that asked
me meet and greet mine, no less.
What?
Watch your profanity.
Right on, Mark.
Yeah, then they toured with Jimmy Page and they did Led Zeppelin.
Did you see?
Yep.
Them with Jimmy Page?
Yep.
Nice. How many times?
That's
twice.
Nice,
Now,
dude.
did Jimmy Page ask you, got any coke?
No, I never met Jimmy Page. I met the Black Crows many times. I never met
I
Jimmy
bet
Page.
you Jimmy
My friend did.
Page.
My friend did.
That's
A friend of
cool.
mine.
You saw that though.
I bet you Jimmy Page would have asked you that. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that.
My friend actually met Jimmy Page. I didn't. I met the Black
Hashtag
Crows.
watch your profanity.
That is so
Sorry,
cool.
folks,
You
inside
saw
joke.
that tour, dude. That's excellent.
cool.
Yeah, and when they
Super
played
cool.
Worcester on the
Super cool.
encore,
Worcester.
they had Joe Perry come out. So it was Jimmy Page,
Nice.
Joe
Oh,
Perry,
Very cool.
Rich Robinson, Mark Ford. It was quite a guitar lineup.
Wow, man.
They did "Oh Well" by Fleetwood Mac.
Whoa, that must have been awesome.
That was very cool.
So they played a lot of
Wow.
covers, you said, on the tours.
Yeah, they play tons of covers.
Yeah.
Covers is part of their repertoire.
We
This
got-
year, when I saw them this summer, Peter Wolf came out and did 2 songs with them.
Oh, wow.
The night I saw them, they always have
St.
guests.
Giles, really? That's so
That's cool, though,
man.
that
Yeah, they always have guests, and they always play covers, and they always play
What's
very
your-
obscure.
What's your
covers.
favorite cover they've ever done?
Which one?
What's your favorite cover the Black Crows have ever done?
Oh
Favorite cover.
man, that's tough. There's so many. I love their version of "Girl from the North Country" by Bob Dylan's amazing. Their version of "The Night They Drove Old Dixie Down" by the band from the
That's
'96
good.
period.
Yep.
You get them
that's
from the
awesome.
'96 tour when Mark Ford was in the band.
Yeah.
Amazing. They used to. I mean, they did some set lists with almost the entire night was covers.
Wow.
There was a show they did at the Las Vegas Joint in '96. Almost the entire set was covers.
Love you too, Sandra.
Very
You
few
know, the
Black Crows.
saturation of touring that you've seen the Black Crows do is so flipping unique, man.
No.
You got a window of that band.
They were my favorite band between
Nobody
1992
gets
and
that kind of
1996. I don't think a band, in my opinion, nobody could
Janice.
touch them between that period.
I've seen the crew like 40 times, okay?
The Motley Crue?
Yeah, like 40 times, maybe a couple more. Me and Tony were talking about one time. That's a lot. That's a lot
It
of
is a
time
lot.
to see the crew. But your insight into the Black Crows goes way deeper than mine into the crew in many ways, man. Definitely.
Well, between that say 5-year period, they were my favorite band. I mean, I didn't think anybody was better than them then. And looking back 20 years now, I still think during that period they were pretty untouchable because they were like a real rock and roll band.
Watch your
They just
yeah.
they,
Yeah,
they
you're right
just
about
did
that.
not they did not give 2 fucks. They came out, they did a lot of drugs, they did what they wanted, they had their own audience, and it was this cool thing, you know. Unfortunately, it
Yeah.
fell apart, but you know.
Well, they were bashed
That
a little bit
happens.
because of it. You know, you'd hear a little negative this and that. And yeah, you know what? They're an awesome rock band. Their history speaks for itself. But your insight into that band is unique. It's totally unique, Analog.
Now, when you see them, they're a bit corporate and a bit tame. They still deliver a good show, but those halcyon days that I saw, those are
Yeah.
never coming back.
They were,
That's-
they were trailblazers back then. Kind of, yeah.
So
Yeah,
now,
definitely.
they're
So now
they're
what?
on the I need to build my money for retirement tour.
Yeah, exactly. That's what they're doing.
It happens.
And they've also been out of the loop for so long. They've been gone for so long.
I can't blame anyone.
No.
Yeah, I can't either. You know, at first I was a little, as a hardcore fan, I was upset about the reunion. But the more I thought about it, I was like, if Live Nation comes to you and is going to write a big fat check for the 2 of you to do 43 shows and keep your mouth shut and get out of each other's way and hire a band, just play the hits, you know, who can fault them for that? I'm sure.
I think
you know,
too. Probably
they earned it.
The older you get, you realize like I just want to retire and be able to be comfortable, and this will allow me to do that. I got to put up with what I think is bullshit for what, maybe 12 months, 10 months, and then I'm done. Like that's an easy pill to swallow. You know, I'm sure they offered him a boatload of money to, you know, contractually play a certain amount of hits. You know,
COVID hit a lot of bands. You know, it really.
Well, you still have costs even when you're not touring. That's the problem.
That's what I mean. So, you know, and it really hurt a lot of bands and a lot of other parts of the business, like you're saying, because you have to pay everybody. You got to do all
if
this
you look
stuff.
at a big touring like the Grateful Dead, even on an off day, it costs them between $50,000 to $100,000 a day in operating time. If they're driving, these tour buses 3,
Right.
and they have, a show, a day off, a show, 3 days, on,
You
off,
got all
on.
the
That
the
day off
trucks
is
with the
still the
sound
same
stuff.
cost, and you're
Right.
making zero money.
Right.
If you've got a
Right.
show,
The days off on the tours cost you money.
if you
Right.
have
You're
a
not
show
earning.
and then
You're not earning the
Yeah.
gross on the tickets.
Yeah. If you have a show and you have 2 days off, those two days off, you got to then play 2 shows in a row. Basically, they'll end up somewhere. They'll take like a Wednesday, Thursday off, end up somewhere, and then play Saturday, Sunday, or Friday, Saturday, the same. You'll see the same venue and only go to like a close hop city,
Yeah, man.
and play. Like they'll do New York 2 nights, then they'll go only down to like DC and do 1 night or something. But anyway, that makes up for those travel days cost wise. Like they have to make, $500,000, $750,000 every show to pay for all those off days. It's crazy.
The logistics are
You
a
know?
nightmare, I would imagine.
Oh,
the
dude.
tour managers and all those guys.
Hundreds of
those guys
hotels,
are
rooms.
working. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're making a living though with
Yeah.
the what music is today though.
Right.
They're hugely popular. Let's not forget they sold 30 million albums.
Right.
That's strong.
That's not chump change.
No.
Watch
Yeah.
out.
Most of those 30 million are the first 2.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
you're right.
You are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the first one might even be Diamond by this point.
Could be. I mean, they were voted the best new American band in 1990.
So kid, you got to see this latest Black Crowes tour with
Dirty Honey.
yeah, since lockdown.
Yeah, it was in September. It was supposed to
That's
happen
right.
last year, I think, and then it got It
Okay.
was supposed to be last year, and it was this year
Right. That's right.
because
Neil saw that same show.
the show was supposed to be 2020, the 30th anniversary of Shake Your Moneymaker, but due to COVID, they moved the entire tour to this summer.
So
And I saw it
they did the whole album
in order.
in order.
Yep.
Wow.
Nice.
That's
Then
so
at the end, they play like another hour of mixed
Another
back.
hour.
Like at my
Okay.
show, they had Peter Wolf come out and they did 2 Jay Giles songs, and then went
Nice.
from there.
But
That's awesome.
they did the whole album in order.
Yep, in chronological order. That's what they do every night, and then the second half of the show is whatever he comes up with.
That's cool.
Chris writes the set list, what they're going to play next.
Okay. Sweet.
But they have to play that part. They're contractually obligated because that's what the tour is
That's
billed
what's on
as.
the ticket.
Sure.
Right.
Now, do they ever let like their fans or like their hardcore fans pick like certain pick between a couple tracks or?
Never. No.
No,
Chris
okay.
writes the list.
Gotcha.
I've seen him. I have his lyrics from one show because this was prior to computers and all that stuff. In '95, he came out. They were doing 3 nights at the Orpheum, and on the Saturday night show, he was doing "Don't Let Me Down" by the Beatles, but he didn't know the words, so he had it all written out. And when the song was over, I took the set list. I took his lyrics.
Oh,
So I have
excellent.
his original lyrics.
Oh, nice.
Excellent.
awesome,
Show
dude.
it to us, dude.
I don't have them with me right now. They're in a box somewhere, but I do.
So
have
you gotta
He,
put those up.
he handwrites them all out on a piece of paper.
You need to
So-
frame
so-
that,
And
man.
he had a couple sheets. He had like 3 sheets.
You
when he
need
was
to
done, I
frame
took
that,
all 3.
yeah. You need to frame that like in a window box thing, man. That'd be
Well, I have
awesome.
set lists from the stage. I have all kinds of stuff.
Wow, that's cool.
I was following them for a while, so I had quite a collection.
Yeah.
So
That's awesome.
we're doing a show tonight on the Black Crowes, and you don't have this stuff out ready.
Here, I'll go grab one piece.
For
Grab one.
fuck's sake.
Exactly.
I wasn't gonna say a word. Okay.
Tony.
Probably got a stack of
This is on my
autographed pictures.
this is on my wall in another room. This is
Hang
a
on.
It's gonna
Same-
impress the hell out of
framed
it.
flat, and it's signed to me from Chris.
Oh, dude, that is so cool.
That's awesome.
That is cool.
That's one. But I got shitloads of stuff.
Go get it, dude.
I don't know where a lot of it is. I'm sure some of it's in a book.
Just keep it on Analog Kid, and if we need to show anyone else, then we can.
Yeah.
Or put us
Yeah.
on the side because he's the
We'll
super fan. There
we'll
you go.
keep it on Analog
There you
Kid
go.
until he shows the stuff.
Oh boy.
So does anyone have any questions for Analog Kid, since he obviously knows the most
Yes.
about them for sure?
I have one for him.
Analog Kid. So what is up?
What, with the Black Crows?
Yeah.
You ain't back yet, dude?
They're not that fun to follow anymore.
Oh.
No?
The glory days are gone. No Mark Ford, no Black Crows.
Did you get any picks from them?
Yeah, I do. But don't.
Yeah.
My picks are at the same place all my other picks are. I do have picks from them. Yep.
Okay.
And I have the rare ones, the Mr. Crow's Gardens, because I used to see them in clubs.
Yeah.
When they're in clubs, they would throw them out. And I got a couple. I got a Mark. I got a Rich. But I don't know where they are. I don't like organize stuff.
Keith H wants to know about how many picks you think you have.
For all rock bands in total.
Well, Black Crows.
Excuse me.
Oh, Black Crows.
both.
I think
Both.
Black Crows.
Yeah.
I only think I have 2 or 3.
Yeah. Got you, bro.
For all bands, probably like less than 15.
Got you.
I got a Ted Nugent. I got a John Petrucci. I got Alex Lyson. I got some Black Crows. Got some Steven Wilson, some Michael Ackerfeld. Probably like, I don't know. I don't really collect picks. 15 maybe.
Christopher Lifestyle wants to know who was
my favorite band of all time is not the Black Crows. It's Rush.
No, but after the Black Crows.
after the
yes.
Black Crows.
Well, while I was following the Black Crows, I was also following another band equally at the same time called the Tragically Hip. I was seeing them a lot. They were doing different set lists every night too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I saw them about 50 times during the same period.
Wow.
During that period in the 90s.
Very
My favorite bands change all the time.
Very cool.
Right now, my favorite bands are like Nightwish, Opeth, Porcupine Tree, Steven Wilson, Lacuna Coil, bands like that.
Nice.
Shit like that.
Yeah, Lacuna Coil is awesome.
I got a new favorite band at the moment.
Dirty Honey?
Yeah,
Mammoth.
Yeah. No, Dirty
Nah,
Honey.
he likes Dirty Honey.
Dirty Honey.
Yeah, man.
I like Ishibashi.
Get the CD.
Washi Hushi?
Ishibashi. Ishibashi.
What kind of genre is that?
I don't know how to classify it. You got to listen to it. It's like
Hey, Jimmy Ray Hawkins is in the chat, you guys. What's going on, Jimmy Ray?
orchestral music mixed with kind of like
Sandra
like
loves Pantera.
modern pop
Really?
that has almost like a Japanese flair to it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did you?
It has some synths in it and stuff too, but you got to listen to the song called I Am the Antichrist to You.
Have you ever heard of
really
Baby
good.
Metal? You ever heard Baby Metal?
I saw them in concert.
Have you?
Drummer Baby Metal's effing phenomenal.
Yeah, I guess
she is
one or two of
yeah.
them have left.
Oh,
At least
really?
one of them has. They changed the lineup, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
saw
Or
me.
two of the
I
girls
like
or
did you ever
of
listen to
the
10 Foot
musicians?
Ninja?
yeah. Say what?
10 Foot Ninja?
Yes, I heard of them. Yeah, but no, like Lacuna Coil when Analog was talking about
Ghost.
that. There was a
Ghost.
point. There was a point when I was going through a female front woman metal phase.
I went through that same
Oh man, but I mean, like Butcher Babies and like Ellie Vitae and some other stuff. There's some good metal
You know,
bands
I've been
with-
listening to. Have you
fronted
ever
by
heard
women.
of
Yeah, in the
Holy
mid 2000s, I went on a huge female metal kick, and I was following them Within Temptation, Nightwish,
Janet
Epica.
Gardner.
I can't remember. I'd see them a ton of times.
I've been listening
All of
also to a lot of. Do you guys know female bass player Mohini Day?
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Can't
she's
say that I do.
phenomenal.
She didn't she play with Sammy Hagar? Do a guest?
Yeah,
thing
she did a guest
Right?
with him.
in
Yeah,
Cabo? I
Yeah.
saw that. She's good, man.
She's phenomenal.
She's killer. Absolutely killer.
She's pretty young still too. She's got to be like 20s.
She was like a child when I saw her video. The first video I saw of her was.
She was
it's
like
been a few years now.
She started she got popular enough to be able to play with Sammy from YouTube, actually. But now she does studio gigs, all kinds of gigs. I'm
Cool.
guessing, but
Very cool, man.
yeah, she's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Arch Enemy's good. Well, and what was the girl that was in the Jim Carrey Grinch one, Taylor Momsen? Isn't she? She's in a band. She's in a.
She's in the
rental
Pretty
band, too.
Reckless now.
Yeah, that's it. The Pretty Reckless. Yep. So, yeah, but you can definitely go down a rabbit hole with that. Okay, very
I
cool.
think what else I've been listening to. Most of the other stuff I've been listening to is just old stuff, or
Oh man, Lenny Lou said they played YYZ at the end of EVH Con, and I missed it.
By old I mean new recordings, but stuff that's hundreds of years old, kind of.
Yeah, I could see you listening, Tom, to that that Mongolian stuff with
People
the two
look
strings.
at me.
Like,
You should see people looking at me like driving to work or driving home from work because I have my volume like cranked because my amplifier is decent enough that it comes out clean. And
Yeah.
a lot of times in the car I'm listening to. My favorite thing to listen to is violin. So I'm usually listening to either orchestral or really loud violin or just Van Halen. But one of those three things. But
so do you like Lindsey Sterling then?
Well, I put on a mix of different musicians, but it's usually stuff like I like Rachmaninoff. I'll listen to. I've been listening to a lot of Paganini lately, and people when you stop in traffic and you're like 10 inches from their car and you have your windows down and you're blasting like 100 decibels Paganini, like just sharp, like not a lot of reverb, just that violin. It's like real percussive and a lot of piccato, real staccato, like fast little picking passages, and they look at you like I'm not listening to like something with curse words just because it's not what you're used to hearing. Why are you staring at me?
No, they're looking at you going, what is this guy smoking?
Yeah.
Hey, Six String Brian's in the chat. It's good to see you, brother.
The best thing to do though is if you get in a lot of traffic, you make like really short songs with mixes that are just nothing to do with each other. So you pull up at the successive, because I do a lot of straight streets that have traffic lights, and when you pull up like 5 streets up, they're like, what is he listening to now?
Yeah, I know. They're like following you the whole way home.
But Ishibashi, they do like covers of other people's music and stuff too, and the originals, and it's cool. Though you got to check it out.
I'm gonna go back to the female.
I wish we wouldn't have copyright stuff because I'd play it. It's really good.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I first heard it. They used one of their songs for an episode of Rick and Morty.
Okay.
That's where I heard it first.
Oh, wow.
I'm trying to think what else I've been listening to. That's new. I mean, I listen to a lot of.
Yeah, Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty are funny.
You know what's funny? Jimmy Hawkins said getting your Paganini Yngwie on. I never really got into Yngwie though. I know that was who he was into, Paganini, but I never really got into Yngwie.
I really didn't either.
Didn't really ever.
I was supposed to be there tonight, but at Yngwie and John 5, but
I think I had like Rising Force and Trilogy and maybe one other album of his, but I just never could get into it long term.
We know somebody who's gotten into Yngwie before, so to speak.
Who's that?
I'll tell
Charles?
you later.
He'll tell us off camera.
Yeah.
Well, I know a bunch. I know a bunch of people. I just don't. I never was myself.
A question from the chat. Do you save your ticket stubs?
Yeah, my Rush ones, I have almost all of them. I think I'm only missing 2.
Wow.
And then other bands, hit or miss. I have some I don't have. I'm not very organized.
I've got a couple of my Rush ones. But
I got my Rush ones in a book. I think I'm only missing 2.
Mine are scattered everywhere, like your picks. Sometimes.
I don't know where anything is.
Put them in a drawer, and you're like, there it is.
When I die, all my stuff's just going to get thrown in the trash.
All right.
Totally.
Who wants it?
Oh, yeah.
Let's give that away, man. Give it away, give it away, give it away now.
All right. So Rich Robinson pick for Black Crow Trivia tonight. And we're going to have another trivia after
Coming right up.
this. Let me show you. And we have changed the name of it to this.
I like it.
And that will be coming up later on in the show after this main trivia. But let's get into this main Black Crows trivia.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Wow.
All right. So
Getting chilly?
Yeah, it's cold.
It is a little chilly out, isn't it? I mean, I'm wearing a sweatshirt and I never wear one.
I don't like to crank the heat though, because then I get way too hot.
Yeah, I don't either. I hate the heat.
I usually keep
Well-
between like 68 and 70 at the most, and I only do that because I have a snake.
Yeah.
there'll be one question about the Black Crows.
Nice.
Get
There we go.
ready to type. Pretty
Get ready to
easy
type.
question, I think.
I
But
don't know
it
about
is-
that.
It is coming at you. Hang on.
Easy
Good luck,
question.
guys.
Easy question for kids, tough for everyone else.
All right.
Mhm.
Okay, I've got it. All right,
The
kids.
answer is right behind these butt
know
cheeks.
the drill. If you are the winner, there's a email address
You got a white one.
down below, and email me your name and your number or your address, and I will email or I will mail you this guitar pick out Monday morning.
Yeah. Yes. You can't answer the question, Jimmy Ray, before we ask it, my man.
Yeah.
Wait for the question, son.
Yeah, so it is coming at you now. Good luck. The first
people.
correct answer that we see is going to be our winner. Black Crows trivia. Here we go. The 1990 breakthrough single "Hard to Handle" was originally recorded by what artist?
You guys know this.
Hello.
I don't know what that is.
There he is.
Wow.
There he goes, Christopher, dude.
Look at that guy.
Shaboom.
Totally
Congrats,
cool, Christopher.
Way to go, Christopher.
Excellent, bro.
Right
Excellent.
behind it.
Nice.
Excellent.
Nice.
Nice job.
Right out of the
That
park.
one to your
Go.
collection, brother.
Coming to you.
Yes, sir. Christopher
Coming to
Live
ya.
Sawa.
He good.
Shaboom.
Well
Nice
done, bro.
stuff, man.
All right. Let me change the camera view here. So, nice work. That's you, Christopher.
Deanna, New Jersey said I was typing when Chris nailed it.
All right.
What's up, John Conklin?
What's up,
John, what's up, dude?
What's going on, man?
And this is Rich Robinson.
John, what's up, bro?
Nice
All right.
sativa leaf.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I love those picks. That
And that's
size.
I'm enjoying your picks, Brendan.
Johnny Colt.
Cool. You
right
playing with him?
there.
Is that a life
I
preserver in the middle
dedicated
of your
one's
side?
life. I'm keeping the other two back, but
All right,
one of
all
them
right.
I've just about worn the thing out, man.
I got more if you want them.
Oh, that's cool.
That is cool.
Looks almost like a tiger.
I like the font.
That's cool. That's nice.
Yeah, I love me those big triangle pics.
That's your go-to, right?
All right.
Oh, hey, Janice, how are you? Janice Lala's in the chat.
That's a cool pic too. Hey, Janice.
That's from the first.
I like that.
I love that.
Yeah, it's using the
that
old
logo. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that one.
first one.
Mm.
Hey, Janice.
That's the one I like the most. But
Yeah.
check
Me
these
too.
out.
Oh, that's the Jimmy Page toy.
Cool.
That is
Yeah.
cool. That is really cool.
I wish you would.
Wow.
All right, we're gonna keep that.
His
I was
voice
thinking
is,
that too, Keith H. Heckle and Jekyll.
his voice reminds me of like everything's gonna be all right, like Matthew McConaughey in that movie.
All right, all right, all right.
Yeah, when he goes, yep.
Whose name's on the other side of that?
Jimmy Page.
Oddly Freed or Rich Robinson. It's not
Rich
Jimmy
Robinson.
Page.
Damn it.
Rich Robinson.
Rich Robinson.
Bent Tom.
Jimmy Robinson, Rich Page.
Jimmy Ray Hawkins.
Pagey Ray Robin Jim. I don't know.
I know who it is.
My mom. All right, guys. All right.
Oh my
Hey!
God.
Wow.
Page.
Okay.
Nice.
Woohoo.
It is Jimmy.
Wow, that's a rare pick.
That's sick.
You know what?
That's some serious gourmet shit.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I like that.
That's sharp. Is this supposed to be like a takeoff of the Thunderbird
Cruise in the
logo?
Gad.
Wow.
Wow. New Year's Eve. Nice.
All right, let's find one.
Could do a thumbnail. Tea cake.
Yeah, we'll find one. Yeah.
Perfect.
Something like that.
What's your profanity? Never gets old for me. It just doesn't.
I
Say
know.
So good.
cheese.
And the fact that he's not a small guy.
He's a big man. See,
His
cheese.
voice is that high.
Watch your profanity.
And he's serious about it. He's
I know.
not kidding. And God bless him though. I think he's like a serious, like a church going guy, and he just doesn't want to hear profanity.
Probably, you're probably
So
right.
I respect that, but he's so serious about it. His voice is just so high pitched. I'm sorry. Have you guys watched the actual video? If you see the video with
I watched the
it's
Storage Wars. Yeah.
the Storage Wars video because the guy goes
Like, what the fuck
afterwards
is
he goes,
this? Is he like, what the fuck is this? And the guy's like,
he goes, you know what the fuck this is? He goes, watch out profanity. And he goes, oh, I forgot. All right, man. But it's the guy, it's like the Silver Fox guy that has he's the one guy on the show that if you research him, I did some research on him, he legitimately made a lot of money buying and selling stuff. Whereas the other guys on the show are kind of getting paid as actors.
well, I mean,
pretty
they
much.
plant
Yeah.
everything in there.
But
It's not.
He apparently has made a lot of money in the
He
antique
did
business,
before the show.
Because he'll come in like a
show.
Rolls Royce or something or whatever. But that part where he goes, he's just so comical. He goes, "Oh yeah, that's right. Sorry."
Yeah, Christopher Livesow said it best. It's the place to be at 9 p.m. on a Saturday night for sure.
There you go.
Christopher, you rock, brother.
Absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
knew it was only a matter of time till he'd win again.
Yeah.
Who's
I've said it before, and Tony and I were talking about it. It's my favorite time of the weekend.
Oh yeah,
Really
Yep.
is.
Yep.
that's right.
My favorite time, my favorite peeps.
Absolutely. Let's take care of a little biz, kids, while we're at it. Um, Anybody wanting custom guitar picks made to your liking? Greg at Legend Picks. His links are down below,
I just ordered me some.
and
So
he is the
he makes
fine
good
maker
stuff.
of these Halenville
Yep,
guitar picks.
he makes some good stuff.
Halenville, we'll talk about that a little while. New news there,
All
but
right.
No show.
so anybody wanting to get you some picks made, Greg and his picks are down below. Legend Picks. Anybody wanting a guitar built for them,
Oh, guitar.
our friend Neil Daly will certainly build you one
Yeah, man.
of any style that you want. Hit him up. His links are down below. Yes.
Did you
And-
Rock
guys see?
solid, dude.
Yes.
Rock solid guitars.
Great
Two guys.
builder.
Two guys have them.
Yes.
Tony, did you see the video of Haas, Simon Hosford, playing his daily Customs 5150 guitar?
Yes. Yes.
I've seen it.
Dude,
Yeah,
that was sick.
awesome. Yeah.
Styling in that Live Without a Net kind of tone.
Yeah.
86 tour.
Haas is awesome.
You know,
Yeah.
since I saw the video of him doing that, and I can't play to, you know, to Simon's level, but the inspiration that I got from watching Haas do that, man. I set up my, like I was telling you, Charles, last week, I set up my old Marshall head, and I have it with, it's a Fryette thing that basically lets me load it down and control the volume without making
Attenuate.
the amp, without making the amp anemic. Yeah, it loads down the whole amp.
Mhm.
So you can basically, the whole amp becomes like a preamp, but you're using power tube distortion. And then you can actually, because it's a tube power amp with an attenuator or load in it, you can actually raise the amp. Like if I have a little Blues Junior, I can make that Blues Junior 100 watts.
Oh, whoa.
Or I can
go the other
lower the Marshall
direction.
down. Yeah, it's called a power
Oh, that's
station.
interesting.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So I've been
I know
doing,
you
it has,
spent like 8 hours all day playing the other day.
it has,
I was so envious.
It has two different channels, so you can hit
An AB.
an AAB switch and have two different volume levels too. So you can
It's
use
got
them
like
while-
it's an attenuator type thing, or
yeah, it's called a Fryette PS100. It's power
Okay.
station. It loads down the whole amp,
Yeah.
but it's a reactive load. It's not a resistive load.
So do you dime the amp,
nice.
and then it'll bring down
But
your
here's
volume?
the weird thing: if I want a clean sound, I actually have to set the amp at like 1 or 2, and then I have to raise the volume on this power amp. But it's nice.
Okay.
The power amp uses KT88s, so it's really
Mm.
clean and really loud, really
Cool.
high
That's
headroom,
killer.
low noise. Yeah, but it's
That's
only
killer.
2 rack spaces. It wasn't cheap, but I just paid it off over like a year. I think I bought it a couple years ago, but it fits right in my rack. It's great,
That's awesome.
but it allows you to use a 100-watt head and just literally I can bring it down to speaking volume.
That's cool.
Yeah, but those guitars, man, they sounded great in his video. For sure.
Yeah. I got the Focusrite, the 4i4 3rd gen.
Oh,
Got the
nice,
computer, got the monitors, got the headphones,
nice.
got everything downloaded on the computer. Then I hit that wall where I was trying to download the bundle. I had trouble doing it. It wasn't my fault. Even though I'm a computer moron, it still wasn't my fault. It just wasn't quite working.
Mhm.
And so I had this downtime for like the last 3-4 weeks where I was going to have a IT tech guy come over here and just make it happen. I was
Mhm.
talking with Tony about this 3 weeks ago. It seems like it's ancient news, but I've been patient, right? And so I'm talking with Sandra. This little shout out to Sandra the other night. She's talking about some audio that she had bought. It was an audio package of some sort. I forget exactly what, but it came with a bundle as well. And she made the comment that she actually hadn't had to use any of this bundle. And so I took that little statement she made and I started thinking about it, and I went back in and I started looking at everything, and I'm fully set up to download Guitar Rig 5 like tomorrow. It's getting downloaded and it'll be on. I chose to use a Pro Tools Lite is what I got instead of Ableton Lite, and so because that's what comes with the Scarlett. And so anyway, I'm expecting to be up and running with that software here real quickly. It'll probably going to happen sooner than
We
later
expect
now,
to see
so.
some videos then, Charles.
Yeah, that's my whole point to it.
That's what
because
we want to see.
I just want to be able to have I want to have a variety of tones and be able to have it good. So it'll be exactly the same setup as Steve from Boston.
Nice.
And I love his tones. He can go through several different tones every night. And I love everything he has. I've always admired his production and the tone he has. He sort of set the benchmark like 10 years ago, you guys, if you remember. Anyway, I'm rambling. I'm excited. I'm finally getting my stuff straight, and I get to show that new Frankie off. I love that flipping guitar. It is really cool.
You get passionate about something. You get something new.
Nice
you
to
want
have.
to play
You know
the hell
what?
out
It's
of
nice
it.
to have is gear that works and that's correct.
Yeah,
and you're happy. I'm happy with my tone, but I have a feeling I'm going to be a whole lot happier here very soon. So can't wait.
That's always good. Always a goal. Nice goal.
Yeah, guitars are fun, man.
Yes, they are. They most certainly are.
Speaking of fun, these guitars
Fun. They are
Nice.
fun.
They are fun.
Yeah.
I'm actually
Custom.
in the middle of making one for Christmas for someone. Someone ordered one.
Mm-hmm.
Their son likes the game, video game Destiny. So I made
That's
a cool,
slick, bro.
kind of like a steampunky one. I went a little artistic in the middle there.
Totally unique.
Yeah, and I'm just waiting for the sticker with the kid's name on it, and then it's going out. So it'll be there.
Are there
for
frets
Christmas.
on that, or is that fretless?
It's fretless.
Uh-huh.
It's going to be more of a art piece, a hanger, but you'll be able to play it. It's acoustic, so it'll be nice. So that's one that I made, and I'm in the middle of making another one also.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah.
I haven't gotten very far with this, but
that's nice though.
It's going to be nice. It'll be nice.
Very cool.
So yeah, I'm
man.
having a good time. I'm going to be doing a makers, like an arts crafts makers market not this weekend, next weekend, Black Friday weekend. That'll be fun. Yes, my business card is small enough there, Keith Campbell. Yes, it is. So,
yeah, they will be fun, and these might be a little funner.
Got one left.
Pinion
That's it.
Fairy.
Got one left.
Of these, huh?
One left, and that's it. That's it. That's all. That's the run.
Someone done put some black straps on that
thing,
and then made lines on it or something.
Yes, sirree.
Oh,
yes, sirree.
Oh, it was supposed to be that way. Oh, sorry.
Nice.
I just noticed Analog Kid's t-shirt, or his jersey rather. Nice.
Floyd.
I like that.
Pink Floyd.
Yeah.
Yeah, and have you noticed his wall behind him too?
Yes.
Oh yeah. He's doubling down on Fair Warning.
It's awesome.
Fair Warning squared.
It melts in with the.
That's a great wall tapestry, bro.
Yeah, the album melts right into the tapestry.
Very cool.
The album is the thumbnail. You click on it, and that's the tapestry behind it.
Yeah, Tea Cake sent me the wall thing.
Awesome. It looks awesome, man.
That's awesome.
It is. It blends in perfectly the way it's aligned.
That's awesome.
It's cool.
I love it.
Nice.
That's a great thing.
Great.
Yeah.
It's a great day.
Have you got that last striped one nearby, Brendan?
Yes, sir.
Grab it. Let's see it.
Hang it up here.
Come and get it.
Here it is.
That one, the fretless or the fret?
Yeah,
Oh, it's
this is the
fretted.
fretless. No, it's
It's
fretless.
fretless?
Yeah,
It's hard
what
for
I
me to see it. I see it now. Yep.
well, yeah. So what I just put like
Just lined it.
some
Sure.
wood filler in there,
Gotcha.
and then
Show
sanded
the
it.
body and show the headstock.
There's the body
Ooh, look at that body.
with my little signature.
Look at the cool corner caps.
I know.
That's a hot body.
That's
Yeah.
killer, man. That is
I got
so
boots that
killer.
look like that.
I distressed the corners. Had my run at a PV Wolfgang headstock.
It looks great.
Nice.
Turned
Grab
out
it.
all right.
Someone grab it.
Turned out all right. Yeah, it's got a 3D printed nut on it. They work awesome.
Love it.
Sounds good.
Hold that
Rings
thing
out
up
nice,
one
bro.
last time, dude. Nice, dude.
The back is ready to be signed and numbered. So, I mean, this is number 4. Yep, number 4.
Beautiful.
Yep. Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you. I had a good time making them.
Nice.
A lot of fun building those things. Nice stress relief.
Brendan's links are down below. Hit him up.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Definitely, Keith. Send me a DM. Send me an email. We can talk. Most definitely, sir.
Yeah. Those are nice. Those are super nice.
Oh. Yeah, send me a message, Jimmy Ray. We can talk prices. Definitely.
Yeah. Brendan has done some amazing work. He's made cigar boxes for Ben, for Sandra, for me, for yeah, gorgeous.
He's making me one at the end of Christmas for Christmas.
Yeah, I'm making him one.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nestle has one of yours too, right?
He does. He got
couldn't help himself.
No. At UVH Con, I was there 5 minutes. He's like, I gotta have that. I'm like, all right.
I watched the Steve Nowicki segment today. That was cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
That is great, isn't it?
Cool.
I was impressed though because I forgot when I was watching. I was like, oh, that's right. Howard was a big Eddie fan because I was afraid they were gonna just make fun of him and call him a total douche. But they were like, oh, that's cool. They were really respectful. And then I thought back and I remember one of the last times at least that Eddie was on. Eddie was, he signed that guitar for Howard, and I know he's a big fan of his. So
yeah,
it was cool. They gave him time, and he was explaining the stuff. And he goes, I like when he asked me, he goes, was your 5150 guitar one of the closest? And he was explaining what he had right and what he had wrong. So that was cool.
Nice.
So cool. Very, very cool.
Before we wind things down, we want to wish all of you, first of all, from all of us, a very happy Thanksgiving.
Absolutely.
A safe Thanksgiving.
Right there with you guys.
A lot to be thankful for.
Absolutely.
In my view, yes. So happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving,
everybody.
you guys.
I'm thankful for everybody here, everybody in the chat. Most definitely.
Yes. So.
And on Friday the 26th, it's Native American Heritage Day. In case anyone was not aware.
Cool. I was not. Thank you, Tom.
I get reminded at work because they have these things.
Yeah.
At a school. So
yeah.
So next week on Show Me Your Pick,
Lenny Lou knew what I meant. She said half inch off. She knew exactly what I meant. Good one, Lenny.
What's next week, TK?
hang on.
You can't leave us hanging.
No, being summoned.
He's taking over the world with Sandra next week. Just Tony and Sandra, but they didn't want to tell all of us.
Oh, we're
No,
all off the
They're gonna
show.
let us all work for them, but
I
know.
just got summoned
Oh,
like that.
Some of the producers like,
Thank you. Yeah, that's how it goes sometimes.
yeah.
No worries. It's all good. We all get excited. So next week on Show Me Your Pick, I can't let the cat out of the bag on it. We all know who it's going to be. But there's no card ready for it yet. But it is going to be a fabulous show.
Fabulous.
Outstanding show, guys.
In between
Fabulous.
then, we also do a Van Halen show here on this channel.
Yes, you do. You certainly
Pinky
do.
in the brain.
That show right there.
Smart.
And yeah, so, but this Wednesday night, the day before Thanksgiving, we have, and this is, I'm letting the cat out of the bag here. Are you ready for this?
Oh, there you go.
Oh yeah.
Are you ready?
I know that guy.
The return of Steve Rosen this Wednesday.
Look at that.
How many people have pictures with their hands on Sammy and Eddie's guitar necks, right?
At the same time.
Yeah. And they have their arms around him, or that. Is that
Look at
Day at
that.
the Green?
Wow.
Yes.
Excellent, buddy. Yeah. Excellent.
With the original
Wednesday,
neck.
This Wednesday, Steve's excited to see everyone again.
Nice.
Excellent.
Can't wait.
Yes.
Can't wait.
And we are equally excited to see him Wednesday night.
Very cool.
There you
Yeah.
go, Keith Campbell. Yep, Steve gave Ed the quarter.
Steve did not give Ed the quarter.
Who gave it
Sorry. No, I'll tell the story real quick. But when I met Steve years ago, that was one of the first things I ever asked. Steve, were you the interviewer who gave Eddie the quarter?
It wasn't him?
No, it wasn't me. So yeah.
It was just a random one out of the interviewer's
But
pocket,
I'd like
right?
to know who it was.
Yeah.
I was hoping it was Brad,
Kalinsky?
Chris, but it wasn't.
Yeah, or Chris,
those
yeah.
guys. Yes, I asked them.
No one's ever
Well,
going
there
to
you
tell
go.
you. No one knows.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Big
who
secret.
It was. But it wasn't
I don't know.
Steve,
The story
so
I
he
heard
says.
the story I heard either way was that it was just, whichever quarter was in his pocket, which is, funny that now people are hunting down that 71 from the Denver Mint,
Right.
I found a 71 in my change the other day, but it's not a Denver
Oh, gee.
Mint, so might as well be not even the right year,
Hey, the original Paramutant in the chat. What's going on,
Original
bro?
Paramutant.
Hey, what's
nice
up, man?
to see you, dude.
It's been a while. Nice to see you.
Let's have some fun, kids,
Okay.
because this is the first of a few, because there is quite a few of these down in the butt.
Jimmy Ray Hawkins, good one.
You got
Get
a
your
butt
hand
full
out
of
of there.
pics? I got a butt full of pics right there.
Get
So
your hand out of there.
this right here,
Nice.
that
Fantastic.
guitar pick is going to the winner of, let me find it. Hang on.
Hang on.
There it is.
He gone.
Oh
That's
dear
it.
Lord.
Oh,
trivia.
dear Lord. Trivia.
Oh, dear Lord.
How well do you know Quentin James?
And we will be incorporating Oh Dear Lord trivia in as long as there are
Picks in the butt.
Pics in
got
Brendan's
a-
butt. That's how it is.
I mean, there could be questions ranging
He's got a
from
few picks in the butt.
male bird love
That
to
didn't sound good.
Hey,
Chris the
5150 show, British Electric
Kroger.
Blues channel.
Hey, what's up,
Dude.
Andrew?
Andrew,
We could
Andrew.
reference things seen in dash cam videos driving to Ghetto Kroger. There's lots of stuff that could happen.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, what kind of pickups maybe are in which guitars? There's a lot of questions that we could go to.
All right, let's take that. All right, yes. So,
Hey, what's up, Andrew?
Dear Lord trivia.
Oh,
But
dear Lord.
first, Andrew in the chat, Andrew and Brad and Simon Hosford Haas,
Us.
British Electric Blues
Great.
5150 show. Yes,
Great show last night.
Their links are down below. Excellent
rocked.
show last
Yeah.
night.
They rock.
Yes.
Don't miss their show. Don't
Yeah.
miss it.
Absolutely. Always they do a Van Halen show every other week, but they do a rock show every week, and it's awesome.
They
It's
go
awesome.
deep, guys.
They go
Yeah,
deep
dude.
on all their stuff. Yeah,
Yeah,
they do.
their
They-
links are down below.
They go long and deep. Yep.
Easy there, Tom.
Yep.
All right, so oh dear Lord,
What's your implied profanity? Yeah, it really was a great show last night, for real.
this is the first. We'll incorporate oh dear Lord trivia in every week as long as supplies last.
Yep.
You know, so
I'm gonna
let's
t-shirt
let's
that says,
do
"Watch your
this. So
profanity."
kids, this works the same way. The
Watch your
first
profanity.
answer that we see is the winner. The winner, email me. Email address is down below, and where it says merch. If you hadn't been paying attention or you're new, thank you for being here. Quentin James, trivia. Oh
What?
dear Lord.
What?
Quentin. Here we go. The first of a few Quentin questions. You'll see the next one next week, but here we go. Good luck.
I'm muting myself
Good
so I
luck,
don't
you
blurt it
guys.
out.
What U.S. city is the home of Heinz ketchup? Heinz is Quentin's preference. All right, kids.
That's an easy one for me.
Who's got the answer? What U.S. city?
See.
I see
Keith
it already.
Campbell.
Yes, Keith Campbell,
I
Pittsburgh.
see
Coming
it
right
already.
on in there.
Keith
Used to drive-
Campbell.
used to
Right out of
drive
the
by
park,
it.
brother.
Christopher behind him.
drive by
Original
it
pair
every
look at these
day.
guys.
Pittsburgh.
You know who
Wow,
owns
they
it?
came in
Teresa
Very good,
Hines
man.
Carey.
Very good, brother. Very
Came
good.
in quick.
John Kerry's wife, Teresa Hines Carey, owns Heinz Ketchup.
Nice. Keith, you have just won yourself, sir. Right out of
Ooh.
Brendan's butt.
Not the
Nice.
butt. You get to pick.
Legend, bro. Legend.
And also Keith nailed it that he was
Oh
the only
dear
one that
Lord.
he was
He
the only
spelled it
one that got
correctly.
it spelled correctly as an H
Correct,
on the
yes.
end.
Yep.
We'll put that aside to be mailed out Monday morning.
That's awesome.
Thank you, Keith, for being here. Thank you, Quentin.
We
You
we
rock,
can.
guys.
Andrew
Quentin
says I want
James,
the butt.
brother.
Hey Andrew, I can make that happen for you. I can make that happen.
I usually want something else, but it's not the butt.
So it's fairly certain that Quentin will be making a video of this. So everybody say,
Jimmy Ray, I have work on Monday, but then I'm off most of the rest of the week.
all right.
Lord.
Yes, sir.
Love it.
He loves that ketchup.
Yes, he does.
I wonder if
I
we'll
like-
ever have questions like, what's
I love ketchup.
Quentin's ketchup truck driver's name? Like, you know, when he backs the truck up with ketchup every week.
It's Phil.
Got to be the same person, right?
His name is Phil.
Well, you gave it away now. Well, at least, okay. We'll
I
wait a
don't know.
couple weeks to ask that question, right?
Phil McCracken.
Yeah. Well, they're all named Phil, right? The ketchup
I don't
delivery
know.
people.
I have no clue.
And if they hire a female, it's Philomena,
Yeah,
right? Right?
Philomena. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like, well, George Foreman named all his sons George. So,
Yeah.
Okay.
Georgina, he had a daughter, right? I'm guessing. I don't know.
Who knows? Probably.
I don't
Could be
know.
right.
Always riffing.
So
Never factual.
before we bring in
So McCrack.
somebody else,
Sorry.
let me say that this Wednesday's Halenville show is going to be epic. Steve Rosen.
It's going to be a good one, folks.
Yes, and then it's not on a work night, so
Yeah, everybody should be there.
we probably might go long, but Steve has some incredible Van Halen stories to
As
tell
good
us
as it
Wednesday.
gets, man.
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
he may have a
as
few.
it gets.
He may have a few stories.
Yeah, so everybody check that out.
Billion.
But if not, we'll see you right back here next Saturday. But happy Thanksgiving
Yeah, take care, you guys.
for
Happy Thanksgiving.
certain.
Yes, everybody.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving.
Oh,
there she is.
There she is.
I was trying to find my way there now.
Yes, happy Turkey Day.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Gobble,
Gobble,
gobble. Give me a beer.
Yeah, so let me find something here. All righty, Sandra, thank you.
Thank you.
Sweetie.
Good show.
Yep.
Check it out Wednesday, folks.
Yep.
Steve Rosen, Halenville Live.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right there.
Tis.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
The return of Steve Rosen. Yeah. Steve, can't wait to see you, dude. That's
right,
going to be
man.
fun. All right, kids, have a great week. We enjoyed it. Nice to see you. Thank you so much for watching.
Yep.
We
Take care, you
will
guys.
everybody.
see you right back here next Saturday night because we got a good one in the can for you already.
We love you, Chad.
Just like that. We can't tell you yet, though.
What the hell's that?
I don't know.
That's the Amorica symbol.
That was the,
Amorica.
that was one of these picks. That's what it was. That's what you're doing from now on. One of those picks. That's your pick.
I'm trying to get over my
I can't even do it.
Backstage. Yeah.
I can't even do that one.
See, that just looks like a glob.
No unboxing tonight, Christopher. No unboxing tonight.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Take care,
Yes,
you guys.
happy holidays. Happy Thanksgiving. Be thankful. A lot to be thankful for.
Be safe out there. Be thankful. Happy Festivus.
Have a great week. Analog Kid, Brendan, Sandra, Charles, Tommy.
Tony.
Have a good one.
Good luck in your feats of strength.
We are gone. She gone.
I got a lot of problem with you people. All right.
Watch your profanity.
Rock on.
Watch your profanity.